Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to take a look at some all-in-one vocal processing plugins. You guys have asked me about which ones I like, which ones I don't like. I have a whole bunch of them. In this video, we're going to take a look and a listen to the top 3 all-in-one vocal plugins that I use on most mixes. And then in parts 2, 3, and 4, we'll look at some of the other ones that I use a little less frequently. So if you want to know about all-in-one vocal processing plugins where you only need one plugin and it kind of does it all on your vocal tracks, this is the video for you, so stick around. Okay gang, welcome back to the channel. So we're going to take a look at my top 3 favorite all-in-one vocal plugins. Actually, I got more than 3 that I really like, but I want to show you the 3 that I tend to use the most these days, and then we'll do some future videos. If you want, leave comments below and let me know. I can show you a whole bunch of them. I think I got to like 12 or 15 of these plugins by all different manufacturers. A lot of them are great. Some of them are not so much, but there's a lot of good ones out there, and this makes processing vocals very, very easy. So the session that we're going to be looking at today is a song by the artist Liza, Colby, and the name of the song is My World. It's like a blues rocky kind of a track thing. Now, we used this track a couple of weeks ago. We did a mixing series, 2-part mixing series using all Black Salt audio plugins, and you can download these free multi-tracks so you can mix the song yourself. If you go check out either one of those videos, I will link them in the description box below, so you can go check out those Black Salt audio mix and you can download these tracks. So this is the song that we kind of ended up with the Black Salt audio here. So I'm just gonna, I looped up a little verse here in a chorus section here. We're gonna listen to this song called My World. It's all processed with mostly the Telios Black Salt audio plugins, except on the vocals where I shut that off for now. And here's kind of what we ended up with a dry vocal. Here we go. Here's a little bit of Liza Colby, My World. Okay, there we go. So there's My World by Liza Colby. Again, links will be in the description box below. Go watch the 2-part mixing series and download the multi-tracks and have yourself a grand old time. Hello, friend. I hope you're enjoying the video. Hey, I got a 90-minute mixing course that is perfect for beginners, and I want to give it to you right now absolutely free. Go to homerecordingmadeeasy.com. The link is in the description box below and download it today. No fancy plugins, no expensive gear. I'll show you how to get fantastic sounding mixes using only the stock plugins that come with your DAW. Mac or PC, any DAW works. Don't wait, this will seriously jumpstart your mixing and get your skills to the next level. I'll see you inside the course. Now back to the video. Okay, so the first one I want to show you here is the one that we used actually in the little mixing series here, which is Telios Vocals by Black Salt Audio. And this is one of my favorite ones, by the way. This one's great. So this one here, and here's the settings that we kind of ended up with. But what I love about, the way I kind of judge these kinds of all-in-one vocal plugins is how are their presets. If I can't find a decent preset pretty quickly with minor tweaking, because I know you got to tweak them all, where something that sounds really good, then I will tend to move on to something else. But each one of these plugins I'm going to show you have kind of a different set of tools depending on the plugin. But what I love about the Black Salt Audio, it pretty much has everything you need here, except it doesn't have any reverb and delay. And we'll talk about that in a couple other plugins. But we have, a basic EQ here. We have basic saturation, compression stuff, low cut, high cut filters. And what I love about it again is you can just kind of pick a preset and just kind of tweak it, minor from there, and a de-esser. So here is, with the Black Salt Audio, we picked the female pop rock preset, and I lightly tweaked it, and here's kind of what it sounds like, and then I'll bypass it. You can keep your eye on the bypass button. So here we go. First, I'll solo up the vocal just so you can hear what it does, and then we'll do it in the mix.
Let all my air ocean blue, like a shark swimming, smelling bay. Oh. Now I know I got you on my plate.
So it's a little bit louder too. I boosted the output a little bit just because we had a little bit of a low gain recorded track here. But again, just adding some basic EQ, some basic compression to put that vocal up front. Now let me put that in the mix so you can kind of hear it. So we'll start without it and then we'll bring it in. Here we go.
You on my plate. You can throw me down, pull my hair, anything, baby. I don't care, but just.
Okay, so it adds a little bit of top end, a little bit of compression, pulls it a little bit forward. The only thing I don't like about this particular plugin is there's no reverb, no delay, no effects. Now they do make another plugin on Black Salt Audio called Delays, which has delay and reverb in it, which I used in the mixing series, and you can go check that out. And so I used an extra plugin. But this is really great. Again, you don't need to know a lot about EQ and compression and threshold and attack and release and all that. It kind of does it all right here for you. And they do have really great presets here as well. They got a bunch of producer presets that you can go through. They got some stock presets that you can go through, and a lot of them are very usable. So again, without knowing too much, you can cycle through a couple of presets, lightly tweak it for your situation, and it's great. So the Telios Vocals plugins by Black Salt Audio is awesome, and all their plugins are really great. Again, go check out that mixing series. I really like this one, so I'm going to bypass this one. Let's go to the next one that I would tend to use a lot in my productions, and I've been using this one for a long time. This is by Waves. This is called the CLA Epic. This is based on Chris Lord Alge's hardware chain that he uses for not just vocals, but for anything. But I use it a lot for vocals, where you have 4 delays modules that were modeled and 4 reverbs here on a little mini mixer here, and you can mix delay into reverb, which is great. Now, what this doesn't have is this doesn't have compression, saturation, and all the things we talked about in the last plugin, right? So again, this is great for effects. So if you already have some compression and EQ on your track, and then you want to follow it up with some reverbs and delays, this is really great. Again, now this is a very deep plugin. Again, this could be very overwhelming. It could take a lot to understand, and I highly recommend you would read the manual on a lot of these all-in-one plugins because they can do so much, and that can be intimidating, and you can find yourself spending hours trying to tweak the plugin. However, like I said, these also have really great presets here, and I love when I do vocals. Again, they do drums, guitars, keys, everything. When I do vocals, I love the CLA plugins. The CLA presets, CLA 1, 2, 3, and 4. So if I do something like CLA 2, what you'll see here is we have 4 different delays here. We have a tape delay, a throw, a slap, and a crowd. And you can see they can all be solo or muted. And then on the reverb side, we have a plate, we have a room, we have a hall, and again, we have a space, which is a more spatial thing, and you can mute or these or whatever. We have a wet dry knob here, so you can use this as an insert or as a send. I tend to use these a lot is as an insert and just use the wet dry knob, but you could do whatever you like. But what I really love about this plugin, when we talk about effects, is that you can route and send your delay into your reverb, right? Which gives it a little bit more glue, and I just like the sound of that. And you do this by this little routing table up here. So as you'll see in this one example here, we have the tape delay is being routed into reverb B, which is the room, okay? And then you can also, if I wanted to say route the slap into, either into the plate or into the room, I could do that as well. I can say, let's route that into the plate. I like routing mine into the plate and into the room. And if I want to route my crowd, I can route that into the plate as well. So it's sending, if you will, from the delay into the reverb, which is kind of cool. Okay. Again, could get much more deep than this, but let's just check this out on its own. Let's solo up Liza Colby's vocal here, and we'll use the wet dry knob here to turn it down a bit.
Make no mistake about it. Make no mistake. This is my world.
So you got a nice reverb into a delay, and you can tweak the amount of reverb and delay depending on what you want. You could turn things on and off, like I said, if we wanted to just, you know, add some more, say, tape delay.
My world. My world.
Okay, and you can go in and you have 2 taps here on the delay. You can change the milliseconds, you can sync it up, you can change all this stuff. Again, it can get very, very deep. I use this all the time, and I use this primarily, I'll pick a preset, and then again, I just slightly tweak it to what I like, okay? And then I use the wet dry knob. So let's put this one in the mix, and let's see what this kind of does. Here we go. So I kind of like that. I kind of like the way that it's exaggerated a little bit so you can hear it, but I just kind of like the way this works, because to me, when it comes to just effects, reverbs, and delays, you got everything you need inside this one plugin. You don't need to have different reverbs, different delays. You can get really creative with this thing, and you can save your own presets if you want. It's a really cool, just a basic, great utility. Again, it's based on Chris Lord-Alge's hardware chain, and I guess you can go out on the interwebs and you can read which one of his stuff is, but most of his reverbs and his delays are old vintage units that he uses that's routed out to his SSL, and this kind of gives you that kind of feel right here. Really great plugin. I really like this one. I use it all the time. Check out the CLA Epic. I've been using it for years, and I love it just because, again, you got 4 delays, 4 reverbs, mix and match and tweak to your heart's content. I mean, if you didn't have another reverb and delay, and this is all you used in the box and just use different ones and different combinations and stuff, you probably don't need another reverb and delay plugin. Hello, friend. I hope you're enjoying the video. Hey, if you're serious about becoming a better mixer, then check out the mixingacademy.net. Every month, you'll get a brand new set of multi-tracks and mix along with me step by step and learn the why behind every mix decision. You'll also connect with other mixers, join me for live coaching calls, and I'll personally give you feedback on your mixes each month. Click the link in the description below and check out the mixingacademy.net. Now back to the video. The last one I want to show you is one that I really like too. This is by Neuro Audio. This is called Xvox. Now again, unlike the CLA Epic, this has, again, everything from dynamics. It's got EQs, it's got spatial stuff, it's got special effects, it's got all kinds of stuff. It's more modern sounding. It's a very nice looking, clean, modern, updated interface. And again, you can go and tweak this thing from scratch, and you can do your own thing. Or again, what I like to do is pick some presets. So again, let's solo up her vocal here, and let's just cycle through a couple of these things and see what this one sounds like. And Neuro Audio makes a lot of great plugins. I really like them. You ought to check them out as well. And again, by the way, if I didn't say earlier, this is not a sponsored video. I bought all my plugins, so no one's given me any of these. I've paid for all of these. So let's pick a preset here. So again, we got a classic vocal strip, dry punch, again, basic mode. And if we scroll down here, you get a ton of great presets, basic female. So we can just say, let's just say clean and clear. So what is that going to give us here? We have these modules here. We have the dynamic section. And again, you can change between all these different types of compressors, opto and FET. You could go smooth, VCA and FET, vocal bus, tube and FET, opto and FET, okay? Then over here we have, again, we picked the clear presets. We have a clear tone. We can go to a more vintage tone, and you can see the EQ curve in the graphic down here changes. New York City, kind of an API thing. Shaper, modern, clear. And then next to that, we have space, right? This is great because we have our hall here. So we have reverb and delay right here, and we have the amount of reverb and delay we can use right here, and we can switch the you know, what kind of note do we want, the time. We can do all kinds of stuff. And then we have a special effects section, which here is turned off for this particular preset, but you could turn it on, and you can turn on and off any one of these modules, by the way, and you can cycle through this stuff too. So again, this has got everything you need, right? Everything you could possibly want. Let's hear the clean and clear.
Get on my air waiting for you. 10 feet of water, ocean blue.
And you can also turn down the output here if you want. If it gets a little loud, you could turn down the output if you want to level match it a little.
Like a shark swimming, smelling babe. Now I know I got you on my plate. You can throw me down, pull my hair, anything, baby. I don't care.
So you can see how much gain reduction we're doing here. We're doing probably almost 12 dB of compression. There's a de-esser in here as well. This has got everything you need. I mean, I almost like this better than the CLA Epic, and because you have the dynamics of de-esser, you have everything EQ. It's not just reverb and delay. Right, and when you can even, again, turn on some special effects. You can make a unison. That might be kind of cool. What does that sound like? So if you wanted to kind of a unison vocal, right, to kind of thicken it up a little bit.
Like a shark swimming, smelling babe.
And you can also change the routing. This is going to be post the reverb and delay, but I think you can also change it to pre, right? So you could change that. Let's see what other effects we have. We have an amp, like if you want like a distortion.
Now I know I got you on my plate. You can throw me down, pull my hair, anything, baby. I don't care, but just make no mistake about it. Make no mistake, this is my world.
So you could do like a pitch widening thing, chorus.
My world, my world.
So this is a great way you could kind of thicken things up if you do it in a very subtle way.
Let all my hair out waiting for you. 10 feet of water, ocean blue. Like a shark swimming, smelling babe. Now I know I got you on my plate. You can throw me down, pull my hair, anything, baby. I don't care, but just no mistake about it. Make no mistake, this is my world, my world, my world.
Great plugin. Great plugin. Now, as I'm using this, I'm realizing I kind of, again, like this more than the CLA Epic. It's got everything you need. And it sounds great. And again, it's easy to use. It's simple to use, and there's nothing else you need in a plugin to process vocals, that's for sure. You throw it on as an insert, and you just go to town, and you can switch through all these different things. So I would check this one out too. Neuro Audio X Fox Pro. I think they may even have a light one that's got a little bit less in it, but this one's great. And they got some other great plugins I'll show you in the future as well. So those are my top 3 all-in-one vocal processing plugins that I use all the time. Again, Telios vocals, again, the CLA Epic, if you're just looking for reverbs and delays and you want all your reverbs and delays in one plugin. And again, you can use these for more than just vocals. This one you can use on anything. So if you're just looking for, I want all my reverbs and delays inside of one plugin and I want to mix and match, that's really great. And if you're looking for something that's more modern sounding, really kind of clean UI, easy to use, and just your all-purpose vocal processing plugin, check out the Xbox Pro by Neuro Audio. So let me know what you think in the comments below. Which of these all-in-one vocal plugins do you use? Are there other ones that you use that I did not feature here today? Next week, I'll bring you part 2. I'll show you my more less common ones and a couple that I'm not really that crazy about and kind of wish I didn't buy, but you may have had luck with them. But let me know in the comments below what you think. And until the next video where we check out some more vocal processing plugins, I've been Dave with HomeRecordingMadeEasy.com. Thank you so much for watching me, everybody, and I'll see you guys in the next video.